Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Today is Saturday, and I'm going to take you on a freezer tour in a few minutes. But first, we're going to make up some pancakes. So I am doing 1 1/4 cup of flour. It calls for a tablespoon of sugar, but I skipped that and used maple syrup. 2½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So that would be all the dry ingredients, and you whisk all of that together. And then for your wet ingredients, you do 1 cup of milk, 1 egg, and a tablespoon of oil. But as I said, I also add maple syrup to my wet ingredients, just because I find it easier to do that and, leave out the processed sugar. Yes, we're not perfect with it at all, by any means. But when I can, I try to use natural sugar. But definitely far from being perfect, 100%. We are real, we are human, and we eat foods. So anyway, that's what I make for breakfast. And I was wanting to be super cute and make them all the same size. So I used my cookie scoop, or no, I think it was my ice cream scoop. And the first ones came out perfect, but I didn't like the way that it was scooping out. So for the first set, they are so cute and perfect little, size pancakes and things like that. You'll see it, but I didn't like the way it was dripping and coming out. And so for the next set, I just threw them on there all willy-nilly. So my first batch is just regular because I have kids that just like regular. And then after I do a regular batch, I add some mini chocolate chips, and we do chocolate chips. As a kid, my mom always made me chocolate chip pancakes, so I always make my kids chocolate chip pancakes because as a kid, that's all I would eat was chocolate chip pancakes. And so I started making them for them, and they absolutely love them, some of them. Everly doesn't like them. She likes regular pancakes, but anyway, we have some cute little pancakes here. And as I said, the next batch goes wild, but that's okay. It all ends up working out anyway. And in a few minutes, I'm going to take you on a freezer tour. But first, here I am washing all of our dishes because, yes, our dishwasher still does not work. We just need a new one, and it's just not in the budget right now. So hand washing it is, and that's totally fine. As long as we've got food to eat and dishes to clean, we're fed and happy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It is Saturday. I made some pancakes this morning, and then that's about it. We've just been hanging out, doing nothing, relaxing, enjoying our coffee, things like that today. Yes. So we have no plans today except for later we're going to go meet our friends for a little bit, and then we're going to come back home and do dinner. We're going to do steak and shrimp. Ember has been so needy this morning. She will not leave me alone. But we're going to do steak, shrimp, crab cakes kind of dinner. I need to go back downstairs though and look for another box of butterfly shrimp because the one I brought up is from Aldi, so it's really small. There's only 12 in there, and that's not going to do much for the people around here. So I need to go look for another one. I'm pretty sure we have more, but my hands were full when I was coming upstairs, and they were frozen from digging in the freezer. So I was like, you know what? I'll come back later. So I'm going to go back downstairs in a little bit and look for another box. I brought up a box of crab cakes from Sam's Club, and then we have 2 steaks. So we do have more steaks in the freezer downstairs, but the kids will probably only eat a couple bites of the steak. I don't even eat a full steak because they're thick and they're big. So the kids and I can share, and Ashlyn doesn't like steak. Plus we have crab cakes and shrimp. There's plenty of things. If we needed more steak, I would gladly pull them out, but we won't. And there might even be leftover steak. So steak used to be Ashlyn's favorite food. Now she doesn't like it. I don't understand. Same thing with meatloaf, and there's so many things that she used to love, and now she doesn't want to eat them. It's weird. Yeah. So taste buds change. So, but then while I was down there, I also pulled out ribs for I guess maybe tomorrow. They're just the ribs from Sam's Club. They're already done. They're already seasoned. They're already sauced. They're already cooked. You just pop them in the oven. So I was just kind of looking for things. We're just trying to eat through what we have because we're on a majorly strict grocery budget right now. So we're just eating through what we have, and we're almost out of vegetables completely. We only have a couple bagged vegetables. So we're going to be eating mixed vegetables and I think broccoli Normandy. That's the only 2 things we really have left. I did pull up some corn on the cob that I'm going to make tonight. Little frozen ones. So we'll have that tonight. But really, really, really just trying to eat through what we have and really not spend money on groceries unless it's absolutely needed. But also while still feeding everybody. You know what I mean? So we'll get what we need. We don't have to not buy things, but we're just trying to not buy excessive amounts of things and really just eat through what we have, save money, all of that stuff. So that's what we're doing currently. We will take you guys through our day today and share with you our budgeted foods, eating through what we have. So I'm coming down here to look for more shrimp. So I figured I would show you guys what's in our freezers, what we're working with, and let you see for yourselves. So up here in our fridge freezer, this is all we've got. Not much. Shrimp, toast, French toast sticks, some cheese, sausage, 2 bags of mixed vegetables, some butter and things. Not many items. And then over here in this freezer, it's a bit more full, but we've got just a bunch of random stuff. I mean, I bought this bag of chicken breast for like crock pot chicken kind of thing. These aren't like bagged chicken breasts are not my favorite for like cooking, grilling, or baking, but I can't tell a difference if we throw it in the freezer. So that's what that's for. I just got some cheese, some more shrimp here. I know it gets loud when moving bags, so I'm trying like really not to, but at the same time, I can't really show you what's in here without moving stuff. So there's some more mixed vegetables. Here's our broccoli Normandy bag that I was talking about. Oh, that just opened. I don't know. We just got a bunch of like homegrown tomatoes, homegrown peppers, some zucchini that I've shredded. There's like a couple random bags of some kind of frozen vegetables and things like that in here. Cheese. Then over here, let's see, what do we have? We've got chicken. We've got ribs. This is like lunch meat and cheese, some cooked shredded chicken things, some venison, some more cheese, more chicken, some egg rolls, things like that. So we don't really have much in the way of chicken as far as like breasts or thighs. I actually don't think we have any thighs left. We have drumsticks. We've got a couple things of wings. We have like 2 or 3, maybe 4 bags of chicken breast, and it's mostly chicken drumsticks. So we'll be eating through a lot of chicken drumsticks. And then we also have like some shredded cooked chicken and things. But also we have, what are they called? Chicken quarter, like leg quarters. Now over here, again, this is all like a catch-all freezer. So this is the one I'm going to dig for more shrimp in. Wish me luck. This is just where everything gets thrown. We have all kinds of random stuff in here. There's butter, there's vegetables, there's fruit, there's tortellini, there's pizza dough, there's bananas, tuna steaks, cheese, gnocchi, mushrooms, fat. I mean, all kinds of stuff in here. So we'll be working through here too, trying to eat down what we've got. Now I'm going to dig in here for some shrimp because I think there are some. Okay, I can't find any. I found a lot of these. I think this is what well, not a lot, but maybe like 2 or 3 bags of these. So I think this is what I was thinking was in here with shrimp, but I don't see any more boxes of the shrimp. And then over here, this is where our beef is, which is also getting low. So we have a lot. Most of what's under here is sausage from all of our pigs. So we have a ton of sausage. We have some beef left, but I think we're just about out of ground beef. I think there's a couple random things in here, like if we were to dig, but very few and far between. We have a lot of other cuts of beef. And then this is our Thanksgiving turkey. My parents actually had enough points at this store, Weiss. That's where they like to shop, that they got this whole turkey for free with their points. So we got a free turkey for Thanksgiving. I'll be making the rest of everything, but there's our turkey for that. This is a bag of sausage. There's like bones and fat in here too. So lots of random cuts of beef that we'll be working through. Like I said, there's a couple things, like there's a ground beef, but not many at all. So I have not been meal planning or anything. We're just going through what we've got. Oh, I can show you what's up here too, but there's really not much. But here's the ribs I got out for tomorrow. They're thawing. Let me show you what's down in here. So this is, like I said, what I brought up for tonight. These shrimp and these crab cakes from Sam's right here. And these corn on the cobs. We've got some mixed berries, frozen fruit. We've got some mango. There's not much of that left either because Everly's been loving that. We've got some zucchini, some popsicles Everly made, some chicken breasts I brought up the other day. There's 2 packs. There's flour. Just a bunch of odds and ends stuff. Really not much. This is the only meat I think that's up here, is this. I don't think there's anything else up here because we've kind of just gone through what we had up here. So I've only been bringing up like what we're gonna eat for the next day or two, and then I go downstairs and find more. I forgot to mention when I said that Ashlyn does not like steak. Well, you're probably like, well, what is she gonna eat? That child will tear up some crab cakes and shrimp. Seafood is like one of her favorite things in the world. That has not changed. She's loved it since she was little and still does. Truck. He says it's dirty, so his engine won't start, so he needs to wipe it up. And I just got this stuff out. So I'm gonna look at, I know I was looking at this book the other day, and Ashlyn and I were finding some good things out of it, but what I'm gonna do is go through and kind of mark some things to, if I have, because I kind of know what I have. I don't know everything that I have, but I kind of have a good idea of what we have. So if there's things in here that I know that we have, the stuff for downstairs, I'm gonna like mark the page. I'm gonna write down what I need to bring up, and we'll go from there and just kind of have some meals ready. So I'm kind of just waiting for it to be time for us to leave to meet our friends for a little bit. So I don't want to get into too much because I don't want to start something and then have to stop. Mom, so it started. Good job. So I'm just trying to figure out something I can do in the meantime. I went and got a second one. I got a couple things written down, but really not much. There was some good things in there, but we didn't have a lot of the stuff for them. And I'm trying not to go to the store, so that defeats the purpose. So we'll just leave that. You know, what I picked out is good enough. And then whatever else, we'll just pick things out of the freezers downstairs. Okay guys, I want to hop on here and apologize that this video is going to end right here. This is me coming to you from Monday, 2 days later, and I ended up having, we had plans to go out with our friends and then come home and have this great steak dinner, and I ended up having the worst migraine in the world. We did nothing the rest of the night. Everybody fended on food. Gary was like, I'm not going to cook anything. I didn't want them to cook the steak and the crab cakes and stuff because I was like, I want to eat that, and I didn't do anything besides go lay down. And then I ended up not filming yesterday, which was Sunday, so you will not have a video tomorrow because I still wasn't feeling the best. Like my head, it feels better now. Like I feel like I'm finally coming back to life. Yesterday, I still did nothing but lay around. I didn't film. We didn't do anything. Gary grilled up some hot dogs, got some buns, but like that was about it. We stayed home from church. I didn't do anything yesterday. I still just did not feel the best. My head was like, it wasn't the severe migraine that I had that just like randomly came on Saturday evening or afternoon or whatever time it came, but I still just wasn't feeling the best. So the video just ends because we didn't do anything because I literally laid around. I went and laid down in a dark room and I couldn't even function almost. My head hurt so bad. So that's the end of this video, but today, Monday, you'll have a new video of me looking like this because this is Monday. I am finally coming back to life and feeling better. And I just really needed the day yesterday to recover from the migraine. If you've ever had a migraine and like the next day, you still just don't feel, you just still feel off. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling the best yesterday. And I started to take a video in the morning and I was like, I can't do this. So I just stopped. because I was like, this is going to be a really crappy video because there's going to be hardly anything, and I'm not feeling it. So I just didn't. I gave myself the day to rest and recover, and I'm feeling better today. So I'm coming back to life. So you guys, I will see you Monday. Thank you for watching, and we're going to have that steak and stuff soon. It's still in the fridge. We're going to get to it. Bye.